Welcome back, Trash and Talk. I'm Wayne. This is Kurt.
What's up, people?
We got the new edition Merlin here with us as well. This week, we got Carl Tuminello come in. He's a coworker of ours on sanitation. Also now a bus driver in New York City for the kids. And he came in and just talked some stories with us, bring back some memories and just how it is driving kids around now in a school bus.
Yeah, and then he treated me like a kid on the way in.
All right, people. Thanks for watching.
We got the trash. We got the trash. Yeah, we got the trash. We got the trash. Our trash is your treasure. We got the trash. We got the trash. The raccoon kings are your treasure. So listen to our trash. So listen to our trash.
Welcome, Trash and Talk. We have Carl Tuminello with us today, retired sanitation worker.
Yes. Welcome, Carl. Welcome.
Thank you.
Handsome man.
Of course.
North Carolina native for a minute.
Short minute, yeah.
And now a Pioneer bus driver.
Yes.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
All right, so we're going to make it easy for you. We're going to start very slow.
Okay.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Eltingville. I was born in Brooklyn, but I grew up in Eltingville. Moved to Great Hills.
Hold on. You were born in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
What part?
Well, depends. Downtown Brooklyn, Red Hook, they called it. Carroll Gardens.
You should have stayed there. Very expensive.
Be rich now.
Well, I still have an apartment. I still have an apartment building down there.
Wait, that you own?
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
What the
Why are you working?
Well, I don't own it. My mother owns it.
Oh, God bless your mother.
Yeah.
And I had to buy you a bagel this morning and a coffee? What the
You should have made him pay.
I should have got locks.
It's not mine yet.
It's going to be.
All right. That's cool. So Eltonville, and where'd you move on Staten Island in Eltonville? Whereabouts?
So I was just off Armstrong by Lamoka, Cortelio Avenue.
Okay.
And that's where I basically...
Bad
I was
part of
born in
town.
Brooklyn, but we moved right to Staten Island, basically.
How were the streets on the South Shore? Tough over there
Yeah, it's tough.
compared to where you worked sanitation?
It's a little bit of a difference, yeah.
South side of Staten Island's tough, man. You got to watch out.
That
A lot of potholes.
Tough
That
train
is.
rides. You know. What high school did you go to?
I was a St. Joseph by the Sea boy.
Really? Graduated from C?
I didn't want to.
Did you
I
graduate?
had no
from that?
Well,
choice.
I mean,
I graduated just barely.
Any
listen, that's a
sports,
feat.
anything like that?
Not really. Yeah, I did like bowling.
Oh, I thought you played the
No, I
flute.
didn't play the flute. No,
Yeah, Matt.
that was Matt things. And that wasn't me.
Yeah, he played the skin flute for a bit. But, all right, so you're on the bowling team.
Yeah. I didn't
That
do
sounds
much.
like fun.
I didn't want to be there, but my parents forced me to stay.
Really?
Yeah, I want to go to Tottenville, but
They didn't want to do
they wouldn't let me in.
They thought you weren't strong enough and tough enough for the public school scene.
I guess so.
Well,
I guess so.
wait a minute. This isn't where you grew up. The public school scene on the South Shore is a joke.
All right.
Yeah.
So just go
This
bash my
wasn't like you was
neighborhood.
going to No,
Shit.
but Curtis, Port Richmond, a little tougher Concord, Newdorp, Tottenville, Susan Wagner. There was nothing tough about those schools. Curtis is where he was.
Yeah. So, I mean, so your
Curtis
parents
the other day.
forced you to go to C, to go to Catholic school. Did you go to Catholic school all elementary
Yes.
or? Yeah. So that's kind of the way it happened with
What
me
elementary?
too.
St. Patrick's in Richmond Town.
Wow.
Oh, that's why they have buildings.
Yeah. Fucking rolling in the dough over here.
Richmond Town.
Like
Toby.
Scrooge McDuck over here. Fucking guy.
I never knew any of this shit.
No, but that's the way it happened with me too. I went to Catholic school till 8th grade, same thing, and it was like I wanted to go to Curtis, and because all the neighborhood kids that I grew up with all pretty much went to Curtis. It was like, no, you're going to St. Peter's, and it was kind of easy for me because it was literally a 3-minute walk to Peter's. So I'm like, all right, I can walk to school every day. I'm cool. But
That was the same thing with St. Paul's. It's right down the block.
yeah,
Right?
it was a 2-minute walk and then a 3.
See, St. Peter's, I would have went to St. Peter's. I was too far away. But see, to me, C was a different class, and I wasn't part of that class.
Oh,
They
you weren't
were-
rich
Yeah.
yet.
Well, no.
I went to St. Peter's.
I was the
you?
low class of St. Joseph by the Sea.
That's the reason why they want Jonathan. Like, well, any of my kids could have went to any CAD school they wanted to. But driving down Highland Boulevard in the morning, and you see Mercedes, Porsche, all that shit. These kids driving cars like that. I'm like, wow, my son's going to be driving a beat up Cadillac.
At least he's driving.
Yeah, no, that's how I looked at it. But I just felt, it just felt a little too affluent.
Well, that's exactly what it was. In fact, I was just telling him on the way here. Yesterday, we went to get my son a car. And, you know, he was kind of pushing. I said, you got to relax. You got to wait and see what happens. I said, I can't just go out and, you know, throw a couple $1,000 down and say, here you go. Yeah. I said, I got to look for these things. And, you know, he was a typical teenager. I want my car. And he goes to New Delp High School. Most of those kids don't even drive. He's one of the only few that drive. But he's got that, you know, that teenager attitude. I want. So I went out yesterday and I got him a car.
Oh,
I told him, I said, you don't understand. I said, when I was when I was a senior, I didn't have a car.
I had a $600 car.
I didn't even have that. I had to wait until after senior year and then I got a car.
My first car was 78. 1978, 98 Regency. 4-door.
Yeah.
Fucking boat.
No, I had a 78 Charger, and it was not a Charger that you could think of.
No, not
they were
the-
dumb. There was a piece of plastic, and it made it one snowstorm. And then the axle ripped out in the middle because I went over a mound of snow. But, well, you know, it is what it is.
Drive.
It is what it is, but...
So, moving forward, when and where did you meet Erin, your lovely wife?
We met in the old Pathmark on Richmond Avenue, next to where Costco is.
Oh, yeah.
Remember right next to Kmart? Kmart used to be around the
Yes.
other side. I think now it's a furniture store or something.
So you were both working at
Yeah,
Petmark.
we were both at Pathmark.
You were stocking shelves.
At that time, I was...
You caught eyes as she was on the
Yeah,
register.
I was in the produce department at that time.
Oh, wow. You were like big shot.
I was a produce
Slinging
guy.
lettuce.
Yeah, I was slinging lettuce.
Tossing salads?
No, we didn't toss salads.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
shit.
produce, and she was a registered girl.
How old were you?
Well, I was, 19, 20 when I worked there.
Okay.
She was a little younger at that point,
Oh, shit.
but
We're going to get in trouble now.
no. We waited. We waited until she was old enough.
To toss salad.
Until
Yes.
the diapers came off. Until the diapers came off.
Yeah, so she's 4 years younger than I am.
Oh, damn.
I robbed
All
the
right,
cradle.
well,
as
all
they
right.
used- They used to say, oh, you're robbing the cradle.
I've been
I was like,
accused
"Oh,
of
not
that
really,
with
but-
my ex-wife, so it is what it is.
That's all right. So that's how people do, you know?
Wayne's also accused.
Yeah, but we were well into our... Stop now. Anyway, so yeah, how many people have you and Erin made?
Two
Two boys. How are they holding up?
One is definitely giving me a run for my money.
And that's the one that just got the car.
Yes, that's Nicholas.
I was going to say, you should have probably got a one-seater. Because if you add 4 more into that car,
Well,
I remember those days.
yeah. Well,
It's trouble.
that's see, he was driving around in my truck for a while, which is not good because you can how many people you could fit in that thing.
Yeah, tell the story because you told me.
Uh,
What happened when he came home that night?
oh, that. So he had his license about 4 or 5 days. Comes home, it's like 2:00 in the morning. Now, when your son comes and wakes you up in the middle of the night at 2:00 in the morning, and
Cost
tells you to
total.
come outside,
Yeah, cost total.
you already know. If you're telling me to come outside at
Yeah.
2:00 in the morning, I already know what you did.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
But he made me come up, get out of bed, come outside. And I'll say this. He's a good driver, probably because he was taking the car out long before he had a driver's license.
Okay.
Staten Island for you?
Yeah. Apparently it's a big thing on Staten Island. I didn't know that. But they all do it. They all take the cars out in the middle of the night and drive around, no license, 15, 16 years old, picking up their friends.
I never did that.
I did. I was driving at 12. But go ahead.
Well, there you go. So he's been driving for a while. The only thing is he didn't know how to park my big truck in the driveway because on both sides of my driveway, I have 2 big brick pillars.
Oh, with the Lions?
No lions.
Oh, okay.
This is not
South
D'Agostino's house.
That's sure.
Figured I'd go for the Lion.
Dude.
No lions. Just brick pillars. So he backed it in at like 2:00 in the morning. he had friends in the car, and his friends were like, "Oh, you're doing good. You're doing good. You're good on this side." The whole side of the car.
Oh,
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, Nicholas. Get your
Yeah.
shit together.
Yeah. But I will say this. He was very upset about it. And he's been good ever since,
all right.
you know. And like I said,
He just doesn't park in the driveway anymore.
no, he doesn't park. Not my truck. He will not park my truck in the driveway.
He's afraid.
One thing I do like about you, and it's kind of crazy because you kind of like me in a way. I went to a football game at Tottenville. My daughter was cheering. And I run into your beautiful wife. And we're talking. I go, "Where's your husband? Parking the car?" She goes, "No. Him and Nick are fighting. He ain't coming in here." I go, who's the parent? Who's the kid? I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he pushes your buttons out.
Oh,
he's the button pusher.
He's been pushing my buttons since 13.
Yeah,
But
that's-
he's. I'll say this. He's probably gonna watch this, and I don't want him to hear it. But he's a great kid. He will do anything for anybody, except when it comes to us. So, which everybody says that's a
the
good
way
thing.
it is,
You know,
man.
that's
Yeah, that's good.
as long as they treat other
It's not
people.
the worst thing. Exactly.
Loyalty
With
is
respect.
big. If a kid
Like
has
you say,
loyalty
as long
and
as they
respect.
treat people good, then it's and that's fine. As long as he's out there and he gives everybody respect and whatever, I can't get that mad at him. But yeah, he does drive me insane.
And what's the little guy up to?
Little guy Sean, not little. I mean, he's only 10 months younger.
Yeah. Fucking guys.
Irish twins, even though I'm not Irish. But yeah, so he's doing good. He's my brainiac. He's
He's at New Up too?
no, he's in Tottenville.
Okay.
Although I don't know, can you say that? Because they're in two different schools and not supposed to be.
No, they are. You
No,
can go to
you
any
could
school
go anywhere you
now.
want.
Can
now.
you these days? I know there used to be zone things.
Yeah.
I didn't
Kylie
know.
went to New Up, John went to Farrell, Joe went to Wagner.
Yeah, I didn't know how that worked these
Yeah,
days. I
it
know there
doesn't
used to be
matter.
zones.
No, go there.
No, I think it was because and I could be wrong, but I'm just going to guess that like the South Shore got so built up.
Yeah.
Like areas just started building up compared to others that were running out of space. Like with my area, there's not enough space to build anymore. So they had no room for the kids. So now Tottenville, how much could you just keep pouring in when you got other schools, Port Richmond, Wagner, Curtis, that have room? So they said they pretty much cut it all off. Because the Catholic schools did it for years. You can go to any school if you're going Catholic school.
Right.
But when you got to public, it's like you had to stay within your area. But now I think that was all washed out because the South Shore got built up so big that they just needed the space. So they were like, fuck it, go anywhere.
Yeah.
Have fun. Fly away. Be free.
They picked what schools they wanted to go to. Nick went to New Dorp for football. He wanted to play for the coach that was there, and Sean went to Tottenville.
Yeah, my daughter cheered for him.
Yep.
So you were doing Pathmark before sanitation?
Yes. I was in Pathmark from like 95 to 98.
So right before you got on the job?
Yeah.
You went from slinging bags and groceries to right on the sanitation garbage can.
Yeah, I did a
garbage
couple
bags.
little things in between.
Okay.
Worked for a moving company that my uncle was part of.
He probably owns.
No,
He's
no,
rich.
no. He was just a shop steward there. Just a shop steward. That's all.
Yeah, that's what they all
Nice.
say.
No. Yeah, so it was 3 years of that. And then kind of into sanitation at that point. Took the tests. I came on a little later than you guys.
What'd you think of the test? We ask everybody.
I thought it was easy. Listening to you guys, it brought back a lot of memories because I forgot, going to New Dorp High School. I didn't even remember all that.
So we took the same test.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. We took the same test. I took it in New Dorp.
What made you want to be a sanitation worker? Was it the normal Staten Island thing where it's like civil service for me? I don't want to go to college.
Probably. I was always looking towards that angle. I was never a big business Wall Street type guy.
Yeah.
My father was that, and my father tried to push me into that, and it just didn't work.
So you actually did dabble in that a little bit, or?
Yeah, my father just right after I met Aaron, my father started sending me out. My father, he retired as the treasurer for New York Stock Exchange, and he was always
This guy's fucking filthy rich.
Yeah, I didn't know.
no.
all
It
this.
sounds
You know how many lunches I bought this motherfucker?
Yeah, me too. I didn't know
Scumbag
any
I
of
am.
this
no.
shit.
It sounds
Fucking
good.
jeez.
It
Go ahead.
No wonder why you asked if you were getting picked up in a limo today.
I did. I said I wanted it set at 68 degrees. He said the best I could do is a black truck. I said, all right, it's good enough.
With tint.
Keep you warm.
But yeah, so my father always, that's all he knew. You know, my father
Okay.
was a business guy from when he was 18. And he tried to send me, I think they called them headhunters or whatever it was at that point. And he was like, listen, I'm setting you up with this guy. Go see this guy. Go set this. Tell you the truth, half the time I wouldn't even go. I'd go into the city and find something else to do and be like, yeah, I'll just tell him I went.
So you were cutting
Yeah, basically.
jobs.
Because it
like
wasn't
cutting
my
class.
thing. Cutting class, basically, yeah. Yeah. He would send me to these guys, go visit this guy. All right, I go there, look around, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go in. And I would just do something else.
All right, so you didn't feel it.
No.
You weren't having
I didn't, it wasn't for me.
Not the
It
worst
just
thing.
wasn't for me.
And what year did you get hired?
Well, so I had originally given the job back because I got hired. No, it wasn't that. I gave the job back the first time they called me because I was working for Continental, or yeah, was it Continental at that time? Yeah, it's United now. So it was Continental Airlines back in the day.
What were you doing for them?
I was what they call sort of like a junior mechanic. I worked in the tool room.
Oh, so you weren't working on planes.
Not yet, no. I could have.
Yeah, if I saw you walking out and going on my plane with a wrench, I would back out.
I would leave.
No,
leave.
I didn't go to school for that. I just started the job, so I could have from that point.
Worked your way up to mechanic.
But it was
All right,
like
cool.
a junior mechanic type of thing. I wasn't there that long. I was only there from 2000 to 2001. But in that time, sanitation had called, and most of my family was like, "Don't go, stay with Continental." I was like, "All right." They also told me not to tell anybody in Continental what your plans are.
Why did they tell you that?
I don't really know. I just think they didn't want me to get persuaded by somebody, I guess. So they were like, just keep it quiet. My uncle was actually, he worked at Continental.
So he got you in.
mechanic. Yeah, so he was a mechanic. I think he went to the union at some point. He was HR. So he helped me get in there, and he wanted me to stay there. They said, just do your thing. Don't say anything. And then I was battling back and forth because they called me. I gave up the job. I said, no, you know what? I'm going to stay where I'm at for now. I said, can I come back? And she's like, yeah, you can come back.
So you deferred it.
I deferred. I think I was supposed to be in the class in August with those guys like Cochran, Benny,
Oh, okay.
all those guys. That was my class. I had given it up. They said, you can come back at any time. So I was like, all right. I kept that on the table. And then for like the next 4 or 5 months, I was constantly thinking about it. What do I do? What do I do? What do I want to do?
Pick up garbage.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like, that's the way to go when you have the two jobs there.
Yeah.
But to me, I was always like, something is pulling me towards being a city worker.
And you're thinking about it. So
Yeah.
it's like it's in the back of your
Constantly
mind.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then one day, I don't remember how it even came out, but one day it got out to some of the guys that I was working with, some of the mechanics that were out there. And then the next thing I know, it was like the floodgates open. One mechanic found out, and he must have went outside and talked to a whole bunch of other guys. And next thing I know, I got all these guys coming in. You got offered a city job? I was like, yeah. They were like, why are you still here? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. What do I know?
So this was great.
Yeah, I'm like, it's Continental Airlines. I don't know the difference between. I never had anybody in my family except for a cousin of mine who was on sanitation. No one else was a city worker, so I didn't know any different.
But was it because like the airlines eventually got like volatile? One day this one would close, another one would open up, and all. Was it more steady when you were there? Like, were there stability in it, or
No,
were guys worried like, oh, what if Continental shuts down? Because that
always,
would happen.
That's always, if you go through if you think back, you had Eastern Airlines, you had Pan Am,
TWA.
TWA,
TWA. They were coming and going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
There's strong ones out there, but they were all strong. TWA was strong, Pan Am was strong.
Yeah, they're all one engine falling off from closing down.
This is true. Basically, that's all it is.
TWA crashed that fucking thing in Long Island. Brrr, down. The whole fucking company went down.
That's it.
They had to pay 200 and something people, a few million, and it's it. It's a wrap.
Yeah, so I had a whole bunch of mechanics coming in telling me that I'm crazy. They were like, my brother.
They were looking out for you.
Yeah, my brother's on fire department. My so and so is here. So
Yeah.
you got to go to a city job. They said, look at us. Look at us. We're all. The thing with that job is if you go the mechanic route, when are you going to fix planes? In the middle of the night. Because that's the only time they're on the ground.
Yeah.
So, you're doing 20, 25 years there. You're still working midnight shifts.
Yeah.
So they were like, you want to be like us? You're going to make good money, but you're going to be working night shift. You're going to be doing this, you're going to be that. Go be a city worker. Get paid. Get out of there in 20-something years. You're crazy if you don't take that job.
And work night shifts.
And work night shifts. Yeah, that part they didn't tell me about.
Yeah, but
What garage did you go to when you got on? Like, what was your first garage?
So my first garage was Manhattan 1.
Oh, it's like a brother garage to me.
Yes. The little itty bitty garage.
The little garage that could.
Yeah. That's no longer there.
No, it's no longer there. You're right.
It's a salt shed now, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, well, I mean, come on now. Now they got a big, beautiful building on
Yes.
the west side, so they stop complaining. Like they were in a little shithole. It was nice while it lasted.
Yes.
Dude, there was a guy that was the 4 to 12 garage. Egger?
Bobby Yeager, yeah.
Let me tell you, Wayne, did you ever go to out of town when you were in 6 to do like relays or anything on 4 to 12?
No, I had time on the
Oh,
job, so I really,
You had
I didn't go
the
nights.
same time as me.
It wasn't nights, bro.
Never?
Not really.
So Bobby Egger,
How does this guy not get nights?
I'm just gonna say MM. That's it. You could figure out who that person is, but that's the person. that's the hook.
Oh,
Yeah, fucking guy.
Even I
forgot
know.
already.
Even I knew that one.
And no one ever talked about it.
I
But
never used them.
no, I
That's
know
why.
you didn't, but it
Once
was there.
I used them.
It was hanging there. It was dangling whenever you needed it, like a grape. Oh, that sick guy, Egger.
You need to eat more grapes. Come on, let's go, Edgar. Go.
No, that's
I gotta throw little hits in. You're taking a hit at me. I gotta come at you.
All right. Shots fired again. A lot of shots fired.
A lot of shots fired.
So Edgar, I'm there 4 to 12. I guess I had to do a relay and clean up. Edgar goes, I'll be back in a little while. I'm going to OTB to bet. I go, what? He goes, yeah, just answer the phones and stuff. Just tell them how to run and get food. I go, I got like 6 days on the job. I don't know what the fuck to tell people. Bro, he came back and I'll just put it to you this way. He was tall. Remember how tall he was?
Yes.
And he had that little convertible he drove around
Uh-huh.
in. He gets out of the car. He's like this. I go, how did OTB go? Oh, one good. Great. You remember him?
Yes, I do remember. He was a character.
Yeah, that place was
great.
That place was a little.
No, the
fucking
best
crazy.
guy in M1 was Timmy Rice. He was
Yes.
the man, the
Timmy
myth,
Rice
the
was
legend.
hysterical, man.
Timmy was great.
He was good. Yeah, so you're in Manhattan 1, low. I mean, you pretty much picked up all downtown where your father wanted you to work.
Yes.
Pretty much all around the stock exchange,
Chinatown.
all those tiny
The real
ass
Chinatown.
fucking streets.
We had from Canal Street all the way down to the ferry.
Yeah,
all
pretty
the way
much the
over
whole
to-
bottom of Manhattan.
The wonderful fish market.
Eeh.
Well, we did.
So
the
how'd
fish
your first?
market, too?
Yeah, I mean everybody had a piece of that because it was gross. How'd your first day go?
First day was a little rough. It was a little rough my first day.
The job part, or who you worked with, or
No. I worked with the shop steward out there at the time. He was great. We went out. We did something. We did. It was supposed to be a half truck, and it was supposed to be all down by Battery Park City.
nice area?
All right, not bad. We get out there. Now, what do I know? Half truck. I don't even know what that meant at that time.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. He's like, trust me, it'll be, half truck. It's not that much weight. We'll be done soon. All right, great. We get out there and we're working. And I'm like, this is a half truck? Like, there's something wrong here. Like,
How much is a full truck?
yeah, I'm like, no. And again, I don't know. So I'm like, all right. And we must have been like 3/4 of the way through. And then he finally tells me, oh, yeah, apparently there was a problem. They didn't pick this up the last pickup.
Oh, so we're doing it for free.
So now we're picking up that time and this time.
Yeah.
So it's not a half truck anymore. It's like a truck and a half. And I got to a point where I was just like, I got to stop. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this.
Going back to fucking Continental.
Yeah, like
have a coffee. Read the paper.
that was going through my mind. I was like, did I make the right move here? Like, what am I doing? So we were just getting close to finishing up, and I forget it. It was Mike. It was Mike Marley, I think his name was. Great guy. And he tells me, go sit in the truck, relax for a few minutes. So I'm sitting in the truck and I'm thinking, what do I do here? Like this job's crazy. I can't do this. Yeah. This weight is nuts. I said, I'll never be able to handle it. I'm not a big guy.
It'll smack you in the head.
Yeah, I'm not a big guy. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. He's like, it's not always like this. This is just, this is just a messed up day. So I'm like, I don't know, Mike. I said, I might not be able to do this. He goes, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So he said, just relax. I'm like, all right, no problem. We finish the day out. We go back. All right, not too bad. Made it through the day.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there waiting for the end of the day. And then at the end of the day, I see these couple of guys come walking in. Now, this is like my first day, so I don't know. And they stink to high heaven.
Yeah.
They stink.
Yeah, it's Wayne's type
Fish
of guys.
market people.
And it happened to be...
Or did they smell like pot?
No.
Yeah.
No, it was fish market.
Oh.
In fact, if I remember correctly, it was Wayne Snell and Lenny Van Pelt.
Oh, the two boys.
Your
Yeah,
boys.
my boys. Yeah.
They smell like Wayne's underpants.
They came walking in, and I was like, what is that smell? They're like, oh, those are the fish market guys. They were miserable.
Well, they just got on right before you, right? Like a couple months.
Yeah, so they couldn't wait for guys to come into the garage because we were going to be the next guys to push them out. And it happened.
So the 30 days, you remember we got on, it was 30 days? Mm-hmm. So the garage you started was ideally probably the smallest garage in the city.
Yes.
Or one of the smallest. You had the 30 days that you were days, living life, loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, 6 to 2 every day.
Yeah.
How much of a shitstorm was it after that 30 days when you were bouncing all over the world? Out of town, 12 to 8, here and there.
Well, that garage...
Especially from that garage because it was such low, there wasn't many guys.
That garage was nothing but out of town.
Yeah.
The only time I was really in that garage was on Saturdays.
Or the 30 days.
Well, they only run, what, 6 trucks a day?
Right. So there was very limited trucks. At that time, they only ran recycling on Saturdays. All their recycling was done on Saturday.
Because for the most part, it's all working buildings down there.
Yeah.
There's not, at this point, there wasn't a lot of, those buildings weren't occupied by homeowners. They're like renters. It was all businesses down there. So you're not picking that shit up.
I remember, like, when I would go there out of town, they'd be backing inside buildings at first. I'm like, I'm out of town. And you want the job? I'm like, why the fuck are we backing inside a building? But that's what they do there in that garage. Yeah. You back into a fucking bay, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever? You probably had that at 6. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, well, we did a lot of...
That was illegal shit we were doing.
We did a lot of city buildings because there were a lot of city buildings downtown.
Yeah.
So we would go into all the city buildings and, back into the bays and pick up all their garbage.
Yeah.
But but that garage was it was only on Saturdays you were there. The rest of the time you were pretty much out of town. And if you were there, you were basically doing baskets. Yeah. It was a basket garage.
Yeah, I want to go back to that last thing we were talking about real quick. Just explain to everybody. So when you have a half truck, so there's areas and in the garage where they won't run 4 full trucks to go pick up garbage or recycling. They'll have 3.5 trucks, 4.5 trucks, whatever it is. So yes, normally you're only picking up half and then you're going to do baskets after lunch or MLP, motorized litter patrol, after lunch. But the kicker is when you do work for a shop stewards normally, and all 3 of us have been shop stewards. You probably have the longest tenure, but we want no arguments. We don't want the borough, the higher ups to be on our asses.
Right.
So as a shop steward, you go out, you have a half truck, which means you're only picking up maybe 4 to 6 tons. There's not a lot to do. And you don't want to go to MLP after lunch. You'd rather maybe you'll get full money. If you get the load, you get enough weight, they'll pay you full money. The kicker is you don't want the borough to come down. So if they left, garbage out from the night end, you're saying, why is this still out? The guy's driving around. He knows the district. And he's like, all right, you know what, fuck it. Let me grab it because I don't want heat to come down, which is called, like everybody out there. When you got heat on your garage because guys left shit out, the foreman didn't call. Now there's just garbage everywhere. There's a problem. You're going to have big bosses driving through downtown, and it's a fucking headache. Yeah. Because now the heat comes down in the garage. Now they're going to be doing all types of bullshit. So I just wanted to let everybody know it happened constantly. And as a steward, you took care of your section. You wanted your guys not to get jammed up. You just wanted to keep shit straight and mellow, and that's it.
Yes, and you're right, because that, especially through there, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, every chief.
Yeah.
Well, they all
down.
park at a certain location.
They were all coming from out of Brooklyn or whatever, and they would drive right through Manhattan one. They'd always come up.
Who's this funny looking guy on baskets? Did he know?
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what that was?
Yeah.
That was fucking Rocky.
Yep.
Good old Rocky. We
Oh,
spoke
Rocky.
about Rocky. on there.
Everybody knows.
yeah.
Everybody knows that Rocky story, and he used to do it all the time in Manhattan One.
Fuck him.
With the coffee
Yeah,
cup and
with the coffee cup with his name on it, that fucking
dick.
douchebag.
Yep.
So now at first glance, you had a decent day, but now the job now comes to you. Like, did you were there dangers to the job that also made you say, like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, not just a heaviness, or was that part of, like, you saying, like, I can't do this? This is, like, the weight right away you notice, like, this is not as easy as people make it out to be.
Yes. It was mostly that type of stuff. It wasn't dangers of the job. I didn't really care about that. I was more worried about, like, is this going to be too much for me?
Yeah.
Well, like, and then again, people that don't understand this, when you have cabs, there's not cabs anymore in New York.
No.
Right? There's Ubers and that,
Yeah.
and that's their personal car. So they're not driving like fucking cab drivers. I've gotten hit by a cab. The fucking thing just drives away.
Yeah.
Mirrors catch you on the side when you're standing on the side of the truck.
They didn't give a shit.
They don't give a fuck.
No.
So it's like you're adding that to picking up garbage in Manhattan, tight streets down there. Because I did pick up down there, I think, once. And I'm like, how the fuck? Yeah. But you learn in Manhattan real quick how to drive a garbage truck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Without destroying everything around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like, how the battleships, the guys in Brooklyn, those type of people drive, and their cars are just hanging apart and barely hanging on by duct tape.
BK12, you mean?
Yeah, those people. So they wear black.
Knows what you're talking about.
Relax.
Corey's uncles.
Relax.
But
Relax.
like,
Impalas.
yeah,
Priest wagons.
we know who you're talking about.
know
So
what I mean?
who I'm talking about. So, but that's the thing that people don't add to it. They're like, oh, you lift garbage. No, now add in the jerk offs that aren't paying attention to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it just adds a whole nother limit of the dangers of the job.
It's like playing
Absolutely.
Frogger.
Yeah.
It's true what they say. If you can drive in Manhattan, you can drive anywhere.
Anyway.
100%. If you could do that job in Manhattan on every shift, because remember, you would be like 12 to 8, you think it's easy. Nah, now you got the fucking drunks driving around like lunatics because there is no traffic.
Yeah.
And you'd be doing 12 to 8 baskets. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
Yes.
That's why I always say, like, if there are any bosses out there watching and listening, there should be a rotating garage in Manhattan. So just say it's Manhattan 1, because there's not a lot of guys. That garage should take every new employee every time there's a class and make them learn how to drive in New York. They shouldn't go to Staten Island. They shouldn't go to Brooklyn, Queens.
I've said that too. You're
They should
100%
start
right.
in New York City.
Yeah.
And just make one garage. Say, hey, guys, listen, this is a total rotating garage. You're going to get put here. Within 6 months, you're going to get flashed out to everywhere else. You're going to get thrown out. And then a whole class comes in. It's just, it should be the way it is. They learn that your eyesights are better. Like, you're paying attention more.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And even if they did it to where it was 2 weeks in Lower Manhattan, a week in Bronx 9, House of Pain, like, get a taste for everything that goes on that job before you just get sent to Staten Island. And it's a joke. Wide open streets, pretty much, on the South Shore. Wide open streets. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It really is.
You remember when we came on, what was it? You couldn't get out to Staten Island for years.
Yeah.
Years. It's different now, I'm hearing.
It took me 6 months. No, 18 months. It wasn't that
You got
bad for
lucky.
me.
You
Yeah.
got lucky. Well,
Those are 2 M's, by the way.
yeah. And the 2 M's.
Go ahead.
It's you. What was the worst injury you ever had happen to you on the job?
Knock on wood, I never really got hurt.
Nothing?
I pulled muscles and stuff like that.
Groin?
No groin.
No groin?
No groin.
Cochran pulled his groin.
No groins. Back muscles, shoulders, stuff like that.
Little tweaks here and there.
Yeah. So I wasn't. You guys were. I wasn't. You all know. I wasn't a runner. I never wanted. I would work. Just I wasn't a runner because I knew I can't do that. I'm not big enough for that. I can't be running around because I knew I'm going to end up hurting myself.
Yeah, but a guy like you, your looks, good-looking guy, suave, worth a lot of money,
wanted to be
family's
out there all
rich,
day.
buildings all over. You want to be out there.
Yeah, I want
seeing
people
the
to see
chicks.
me.
Yeah.
Making everyone a little
listen,
jealous.
I'll vouch for it. Me and Kurt, Jesus. Me and Carl worked together for like 18 months, almost 2 years.
Two winters.
Yeah,
Full winters. At
yeah.
least.
So at least 2 years, and he wasn't a runner, but he did fucking work his ass off. I'll say that much. Like it was. I'm not saying that you couldn't keep up with what I was doing, but everybody works different.
Yeah.
And then I was out every other month
Can't
anyway.
keep up with him.
Nobody. But he put such high stand. Wayne, nobody is like you, dude.
I know. I should get a medal just
No,
for
you
that.
should get a medal. You should go see a doctor. You're a shrink. Because it's not normal the way you worked.
Yes.
It was fucking. But you know what? Never got dirty.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope.
Left it clean. Left the tail where it was.
My uniforms are still clean.
When I had to run like that, the way he ran, bro, it looked like a bomb went off. Because I had to just throw shit everywhere.
He
Like, he
I
didn't do
always
that.
say he was one of those guys. Eric Hodgie was another one.
Oh, Haji was a beast.
When they work, they don't look like they're even moving.
Nah, it's fucked up.
Like
It's
he
very-
would
I don't
do
like
it so fluently. He would just be like, boom, boom.
I don't like
boom.
it. I don't like it
And I'm
one
like,
bit.
how are they doing this? Because I'm looking at him. I was like, he doesn't even look like he's really
Well,
moving.
because his arms are 80 feet long.
Well, that's
He's
probably
like
what it
an
is.
elastic man, Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah,
So him going like this, it's already at the curb.
yeah.
I got stubs, bro. I'm like this. Wait, we almost done yet? Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when we worked, especially when I worked with Haji, like
Haji's
our
nice.
biggest thing was you don't run fast enough where you can't put the pail back. Yeah, granted, did we slide a lot of pails? Yeah, and that comes with the job.
yeah,
you
but
learn how to
there's
slide a
nothing wrong
pail.
with that.
But those are the things that come with the job.
Yeah.
You know, what year did you transfer to Staten Island? How many years on the job?
So, if you want to go back a little before that, after my 30 days, I said, well, what am I going to do? I became the guy that Dwayne and Glenn Pelt were. I said, all right, I guess I'm going to take the fish market tissue because that kept you steady days. Figured, all right, at least I'll be
Smart.
steady days.
Yeah, smart move.
Well, except for the smell and everything else, but yeah. But yeah, I took that tissue for about maybe a year and a half or so, 2 years.
And now that's a one-man tissue?
No, at that time it was 2 trucks, 4 tissues, 4 guys. And 2 would start with 1 truck all the way on one side, and 2 would go all the way on the other side, start on their truck, and we'd meet in the middle.
What
So
does
now-
tissue mean?
Having
Let's
a
blow your nose in it.
Other than that?
No, so having a tissue means that you sign up for a job pretty much. So like Carl's saying, the fish market, there's 4 guys that go out. Every day you're on that truck unless you're off day. Then somebody fills in for you.
Yes.
But it's something that you sign up for, and until you take it out and give it up, because there's many tissues in the garages. There's broom tissues, there's wrecker tissues, there's garage tissues. They call them tissues for some reason. I don't know why they made them tissues.
never-
They're not. None of them are really soft jobs like a tissue.
Not that one, no.
No, no.
Definitely not that one.
But all right, so you sign up for that tissue. You stay in there. You're dealing with the smell. I'm sure after a while, but you get used to it. But now we want to explain to people like the New York market, the fish market. That's just total filth on the streets, fish guts everywhere.
Oh,
When they
it
get their
was-
deliveries, it's gross. I never worked in it.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was
I
bad.
think I did it one time out of town. I got forced, and I had to do that shit. But I really didn't do that. I remember picking up pallets and stuff like that.
Yes.
I don't remember smelling at the end of the day because I probably was.
Depends on what day. I mean, if you're down there, you didn't do it on a Saturday. See,
No,
Saturday
no,
is
no,
nothing
no, it
going on
wasn't
down there,
Saturday.
so it's a nice, easy day. Monday to a Friday.
I just remember picking up pallets for some reason.
Yeah, there was a lot of pallets. It was 4 trucks full of garbage. I mean, we filled up 4 trucks.
Of just fish guts or just pallets or
Of
boxes, all that
Pallets,
shit.
boxes, fish guts, everything. So what they would do, I guess, is somewhere in the middle of the night, the fish market would open up. All these trucks would come in, drop off pallets and pallets of stuff. They would bring it into their little stores that were underneath there. And then early in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock, all these vans would pop up, I guess from restaurants, buy whatever they were buying, put it into their vans, and take it back to their places. Whatever was left over was kind of thrown in the street at the time, and then we would come along and pick it all up. The fish market area basically was closed just to us
Okay.
until like maybe 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe even a little later.
So you were combating the New York rats and the
Yes.
New York City pterodactyls.
Oh, it was
The seagulls.
Brutal. It was brutal.
Worth it to be steady
So
pace.
now, but now I'm wondering if they could have got a tissue to follow the Messy Marvins, Kurt and Fisher, when they worked. Because this sounds like the
might have
mess
been a
they would
worse
fucking,
tissue.
the tornado that would go
No,
down
well,
blocks.
Number one, Wayne. Maybe if you get lucky, it rains, cleans the street. Number two, if it's windy, it cleans the street. Number three, I didn't give a fuck.
No, I know. I understand, but they were
I
messy.
had to get off the streets.
It's just what it sounds like to me. It was
The
messy.
quicker I got off the streets, the less chance there was of me getting hurt.
I'm just saying. So
So you want to talk about messy?
Yeah. He never got messy.
No.
He never made
Well,
a
we know
mess.
he didn't get messy.
This guy was just Mr. Perfect.
You want to talk about
Fuck outta
messy
here.
and smelly after 9/11.
You worked 9/11.
I was off that day.
No, but did you work in the cleanup?
Yes.
So you were still in Manhattan when that happened?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Tell us
So-
about that.
So first I was in the fish market. I had a tissue at that time.
We heard about the tissue. You don't got to keep throwing it in my face. But
Well, you didn't have it, so I had it.
yeah, no shit.
So the morning of 9/11, like I said, I wasn't there, but I'm guessing they had all their stuff out as a regular day. And then at some point, somebody said, all right, fish market is closed. Everybody get out of here. They closed the city down, basically.
Mhm.
They were told, just leave everything where it's at. Okay. So there was pallets of fish left in the street. Nobody touched it. We all left. They left. We left. And we did our thing. Now we're obviously down the next weeks, months.
Yeah.
We're down there. So like 2 weeks go by. No one goes down to the fish market.
and that
And
was still
everything was
working.
closed.
Yeah. They were closed.
Yeah,
Everything
they
was
were
closed.
closed.
so it was
The whole city
closed.
was
Okay.
They were
closed.
closed.
Yeah.
They 9/11 morning, they shut them down. They said, go home. And that's it.
So 9/11's fish was still sitting on the street.
out underneath the
Oh, the
overpass.
New York City
for like,
pterodactyls would love it.
for like 2 weeks, it was sitting out there. And then one morning, I guess it was Sabatello or whoever comes over and says, you guys got to go down to the fish market.
not
There's
what he
pallets
said.
everywhere.
What the fuck?
Well, more like that, yeah. So they send me and Cochran and a couple other guys down there. Now, Joe, he doesn't like the smell. He can't handle that.
Yeah.
So we get down there. Now you got 2 weeks worth of fish that's been sitting out in the sun,
Marinating.
marinating in
Oh,
all
that's
its
good
juices,
stuff, Wayne. Good
That's
stuff.
the pterodactyl.
Oof.
squid,
Maggots.
everything.
It's nice maggots coming up out of it.
And we're picking all of it up. We're doing our thing. Joe's actually surviving.
All right.
We're both surviving. It was pretty gross.
Good job, Joe.
Sabatello pulls up. And he happens to pull up at like the 1 minute that the both of us just kind of like sat back for a minute and was like, wow, this is brutal. And we were just kind of sitting there trying to get away from the truck. Just take a breath. What are you guys doing? Why aren't you working? Not a good thing. Joe did not like that. We were working. We were doing what we had to do. It's just
Take a break.
Take
we
a
needed a
breather.
break. I mean, you can't sit there in that smell and,
Smell's been sitting there for 2 weeks.
oh, it was brutal. But yeah, so that was the fun part about the fish market.
So you work 9/11. Now you guys, after how long? A few days, because I remember 9/11 where we couldn't get in and use our machines, so we had to go in with hands on, nothing crazy. But now you work that, and then I know down the road you had a health issue.
Yes.
Did they pin it on that?
Yes.
What was it? What happened?
So I'm actually glad we're getting into this because there's a lot of guys out there that don't know. It's 20-something years later. Was it 24 years later?
Yeah.
And they're still not involved. Guys, if you were down there, get involved in the registry. Get involved. Get your names in there.
Sign up, yeah.
Sign
Anything.
up.
If you
Sign
were
up.
just standing down there doing nothing.
There doesn't have to be anything wrong with you right now. You're not doing it for right now. You're doing it for later.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the truth, I was one of those guys too for a while. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm good. And then 2013, right around this time, it was October. I felt I had a little issue going on. My wife's a nurse, so I kept saying, what's going on? She's like, oh, maybe you got the, first it was like a UTI type of thing. Or maybe it's kidney stones or whatever. And I kept saying, no, something's not right. Finally, she's like, all right, let's go check it out. She worked in the emergency room at times. She called up some of her friends, said, listen, I'm sending my husband down there. check him out. He might have kidney stones. So they give me a CAT scan when I get down there. And the weird part was, I forget, was it this side? I had both done on both sides, so I'm forgetting which one was first. I think it was this side first, the left side. I tell them, all right, I'm having pain on my left side. All right, we'll give you a CAT scan. They give me a CAT scan, and they're like, you don't have kidney stones, but we found the problem on the other side. And I'm like, what problem? It's like, oh, you have a tumor there. And I'm like, wait, what? I mean, I'm 36 at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, what do you mean I have a tumor? He's like, yeah, you got a spot there. Did some more tests, ended up, over time, I said, you know what? I'm going to Sloan. Go out to Sloan, get it taken care of. Had surgery. Did pretty well with it, Went away, they took it out. They cut like a little bit of my kidney off. Pretty much told me that, you should be good. You won't hear from it again. 5 years later, I found out I had one on the other side. So that's why I tell everybody, make sure.
Yeah, you sign up.
I think there's
Sign
a lot
up.
of guys out there that didn't sign up.
Yeah, and it's
Same way you would think.
They were just thinking the same way I was. Nah, I'm good. I'm fine. That's for guys who are sick. That's for firemen. That's for
It's
cops.
like preventive.
You
You got to sign up, and God forbid you get it.
Yeah.
Definitely, 100%.
yeah, and if they say no, they just say no.
Yeah.
Like, but if something like you say comes up down the road, you're talking, years later when this popped up, it's like, 12 years later.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? And if you didn't sign up, now you got to go back and get all that paperwork signed. It's just get it all
it's
done.
getting harder and harder because I think you still need witnesses and everything.
Yeah.
At this point, you're talking 20, 25 years later.
Yeah.
I don't know where everybody went,
And a lot of people's records are gone. Like it happened with my dad. That's how my dad got brain cancer from not working at 9/11. He was he worked for the stock market, security. He was outside through all of it. After it, he was out. You know what I mean?
Oh, so your dad might know my dad.
Yeah. My dad.
He worked security?
He was security for the stock
I
market.
guarantee you my father knows him because my father used to do their payrolls and everything.
Yeah, ask your dad,
I gotta ask
John
him.
Getz.
I'm going to ask him.
So what happened was when they were filing for everything, just what you said, they had to get witnesses for everything. There was my father's like, I pay taxes. I pay taxes.
Yeah.
There has to be proof of me being there. It was just a whole big thing about getting proof that he was there during that time. And it ended up settling out and everything, straightening out. They did the right thing, but I totally understand what you're saying with that.
Yeah, sign up. Sign up if you were down there, whether you were working
Absolutely.
at a building. If you're listening, you were working at the stock exchange. You weren't a sand worker. You weren't a fireman. You weren't a cop.
Anybody from Canal Street down to the ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were doing
From
anything.
side to side.
Yeah, if you were the pigeon woman, like go get it. Go sign
and
up.
it also goes, a lot of guys, especially on our job, don't realize it. You didn't have to be down there for days or weeks. You just had to be down there.
Yeah.
And once you were in there for, I think it's not even that, I think it's like a couple hours.
Yeah.
4 hours, 8 hours, whatever
8
it was.
hours. Oh, 4 hours, I think it is.
Yeah, once you've been in there and that's it. You're in. You're
Exposed.
you can do
They
it.
were
Exposed.
even the guys. I wasn't at 3 at the time when it happened. I was at 1 with him. With Human High, I was 1 with him. When they were transporting all the vehicles and everything through the dump, so they came through Staten Island 3.
Yes.
All that dust, all that stuff. All those guys were entitled to that. Like they all filled it out, whatever, because of all the debris and stuff that was coming through, passing the garage and the wind. You know how it is in there. But I remember, and I was like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, so it affected a lot of different ways. Even that building they have, the 2 buildings with the remains in them on the highway, right off the highway, right there.
Yep.
There's guys working around that shit all day long.
Yeah.
Like you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, everybody's got to be proactive and
Yeah.
anything. If you near those trucks, work near the trucks, anything, you got to
Cover yourself.
cover yourself. So, what's the wildest or nastiest thing that you dealt with or found in the trash?
Now we're getting into the dirt.
Wildest thing.
An arm, a leg,
No,
A wing?
thank God.
a weave.
Thank God.
A
No.
weave. Did you find a weave?
Um.
Come on, there had to be something good.
Well, I mean, there was dogs and cats and stuff like that. I've seen
Skunks. I had a skunk one day.
skunks.
that.
Yeah.
Were you with me with the skunk on a victory that time?
No.
That's the first time I've ever seen
nothing
one.
ever too crazy. Thank God, no bodies and nothing. No arms, no legs.
No, but 11 section. Do you remember? No, you weren't there. You remember that, right? Mark. Who's the guy with the mustache, salt and pepper hair? Mark. He worked in 11 section.
I don't remember.
Which garage?
Staten Island 1. He 11 section. By that hotel on Highland, was it, that's part of Highland Boulevard? Staten Island Hotel or Staten Island.
Yeah, it's right on the side of the highway there.
Bro, they found a body in a suitcase on the ride. Folded into a suitcase, a body.
I don't remember.
Mark Fair.
Mark Fair, yeah. A Samsonite.
Mark Fair. Oh yeah. Mark
They
Fair
last
was
forever.
Yeah, they can hold a body.
Okay.
Just saying.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Mark Fair. Yeah, there was, and then it was funny because everybody blamed it on Guzman. Because Guzman was always at. They would always
there.
razz track his car, like look for his car on the computer. And Guzman, who's a supervisor, God bless him, I love him. He was always at that hotel. So they thought it was something that he was,
dirty around
dabbling
there.
in.
He was
Yeah, it
always
was very
checking out
dirty
to make
around
Yeah,
sure.
it was dirty, all right,
Yeah.
that fucking place.
Did,
That place had syphilis.
did you ever take the supervisor test?
I did.
And did you take the position?
I was in the same room as him.
All right. Well, did you take the
That's
position?
when I first met him.
Did
8
you
minutes.
take the position? Were you a supervisor?
I did not. Well, I took the test a couple of times.
But you never became a supervisor.
No, I gave it up.
No.
Did you take the badge?
Did you take the
I
badge?
didn't take the badge.
Oh, all right.
So you got called, but you said no.
I turned it down. Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought you did take it for a little while and gave it up.
No, I turned it down.
Oh, I'm mistaken.
Yes, but I was in the room. That's when the first time I met Wayne, and I can vouch to everything he said.
Oh,
'Cause he-
dude, you don't have to vouch.
I know he was going
the whole
through
building
and
heard
the
it.
whole building knew. But yeah,
That was a fun day.
I'm standing there going, "Who was this guy that just stood up after 2 minutes?"
Yeah.
I need to be friends with him.
And he's like, "I'm done," and they were like, "No, you can't be done." Made him. Didn't they make you sit down again?
Yeah, till the woman came in and took my fingerprints.
Yes.
And then she walked in. I said, "What do you know?"
Yeah.
And that was it. I walked out
And then he went to the Nassau bar.
We all did. We all
that
did.
day. I will never
a
forget
good
that
day.
day in my life. You know, what's funny is even though I drank a little bit that day.
No, you
A little
didn't.
bit.
Well, no, I drank a little before the test.
Oh.
Then I drank a lot after. Me and
were
Billy
drinking Tall
Jager
Boys.
were drinking Tall Boys in front of the cop at One Police Plaza. He was and just shaking his head, the guy, as we're crushing a 12-pack of Tall Boys out, leaning on the barricade, waiting to take the test. But I'll never forget that day. And they say like, "Oh, you drink, you forget things." I remember from the ferry to sitting outside One Police Plaza in front of that cop to taking the test to Nassau, then to where we went after that. I'll never forget it. It was a great
Neither
day.
will
It was
we.
a great day. It was. I was with you. It was a great day.
Yeah.
I was very proud of you.
Oh,
did good, Wayne.
some wouldn't be proud, but
I'm proud of
it
you.
was a great day. I met a lot of friends, like Carl. He said, "I got to be friends with that
Yeah,
guy."
I got to really.
So being a shop steward for many years. How many years did you do as a steward?
No, about 9.
Who was
All
the
right,
shop
so-
steward before you? Real quick.
Who was before me? Oh, that would be Fleming.
Fleming.
Oh, Fleming was after my brother.
You're the Nazi.
Yes.
I thought you took it right after my brother. All
No.
right,
So,
I apologize.
so do you ever feel like it was thankless, or was it worth it? Because it's another one. Everybody out there, being a steward, as much as it's a tissue, because now your days you have to work in the section. You
Not me.
are on the truck every day. You got less time than some of the other guys, so it can be a little painful at times.
Yes.
Because guys, are butting heads and they're saying, "Why is this guy with 10 years on the job taking a route from me and I got 25, 30 years on the job?"
And I had that because I was 14 section, and I had a lot of senior guys in that section. You're talking
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby Fluger, you're talking Frankie Cox, and I don't want to take nothing from these guys. They earned it.
Yeah, no. It is what it is. They could have stepped up.
Right.
But you get voted in.
Yeah, you get voted in. I mean, listen, I had nothing against Fleming, but he was another guy, 25 years. They don't want to. At that point, do you really want to be involved in all of that bull with that time on?
If I had that time on, I wouldn't even touch it.
Right.
because you don't need to be involved in it unless you really love helping and guys crying and calling and texting and tapping on the board. Put me here, like little fucking 2-year-olds.
Yes.
No, but
It's thankless. To me, it's a thankless position.
The guys-
It's actually, he's right. It's a great job if you want to help people, but it's definitely a thankless job.
But the guys that take it with time are only blocking the junior guys getting in because they don't want a junior guy to take a route from a senior guy. That's the only reason why they take it.
Yes.
That's what 14 section was.
Yeah, it was
I
the
mean,
same
I
thing
know
in
your brother
12.
had it, but if it
He
wasn't
was
like,
a junior guy too.
right, he was a junior guy, but in 14 section, it was always give it to the senior guy, give it to Fleming, give it to Yeto.
Well, because Yeto had it first.
Yes, so Yeto had it. It was just give it to the senior guy because
The
they're
junior
there
guy,
anyway.
yeah, and you can't lose a route.
And they don't
in the
want
section
anybody
two
Well, I was
junior guy.
insignificant. It didn't matter because I was in the garage.
Right. Yeah.
So nobody ran. And then I forget the guy's name. Spanish guy, I forget his name. He's like, I ain't letting him run. I go, bro, what do you care? I don't affect anybody.
Who, Soto?
I don't remember who
I don't
went
think
against
Soto
me.
was there.
I think it was Soto.
Yeah, it might have been.
It was
Might have
Soto.
been.
It was. So I go, I don't affect anybody. I'm not taking truck money from anybody. I could get forced on baskets still. I'm the garage to it. He goes, you're not going unopposed. I go, okay. So then they did it, and they're reading gets. He's like, all right, that's enough. I go, nope, it's not enough.
So you stuffed the ballot box.
No, I go do the
Well, we know who was in charge of the ballot box. Yeah. Yeah, well, we know. But anyway, we'll get away from that.
Who's the best partner you ever worked with?
Oh, come on, you put me on spot now.
Yeah.
This is what we're about here on Trash and Talk Media Podcast. We gotta tackle the hard questions. Who was your best partner you worked with? Who did you enjoy the most? Who was the guy?
Well,
It's not why we're asking.
No. Listen, like I said, I worked with a lot of people. I love working with different people.
So you were like loose and easy. You just go with anybody.
yes, sort of like you.
That's true.
But yes, no. So I you want to know what? Honestly, now that I look back, I would say that my best long-term partner was probably, no offense to anybody else, Hank.
Yeah.
Hank's easy guy to get along with.
Hank was a great guy, and I
forgot
what?
you worked with him.
God rest his soul. by the
Yeah.
Yes,
way.
God rest
He was
his
a
God
great
rest his
dude.
soul. He was a great dude.
I didn't even realize it while I was working with him. It was after that I was like, you know what? He's a great guy to work with.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, he was like me. He wasn't running anywhere.
Yeah, no.
You know, we just did our thing. We went out there. He talks to people. He's
Yeah.
very friendly with everybody. He was
simple.
he was simple. And in fact, when he found out that I got sick, he called me up and he was telling me, and then we were talking, and he was sick at the time and I didn't even know it. He didn't tell me.
He was like that. He was close. You know, like
He
kept
called.
everything
He
close.
called me one time. He was asking me, "How are you doing? How are you doing?" And I could hear it in his voice. It sounded like he had like dental work or something done. And I said, "What's up with you?" I said, "You all right?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I just had some dental work done." And it wasn't until later on I found out that he had throat cancer. He never told me. He was like, then when I found out, I was like, "Hank, why didn't you tell me?" And he was like, "I was more concerned about you. Don't worry about me. I'm fine."
Yeah.
Hank
He was that
type
kind of guy.
I will
Yeah.
give you that. We'll give it to you.
Hank was that type of guy.
And you worked with him for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
You worked with him for a bunch of years, so it's all right. You could say him. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
Now, if you said some of these other guys you worked with, then we would have a problem. Or girls.
Or girls.
Yeah, because that was a whole nother thing. So, like we always say, you listen to the show. We always portray the sanitation garage life as like a frat house. Did you get that same feeling? And like, did you feel the closeness, like the lunch crews and all that? Do you feel that same way?
Absolutely. I had some of the best times I had were at work.
Yeah.
You know, some of these guys, I know you guys had things that you were doing, you know, had things to do and run home and do this and do that. I used to stay at work all the time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the lunch crews. I enjoyed hanging out, you know, in the locker room, throwing fireworks at people.
Why does everybody come at me with the fireworks?
Because you're the guy.
Yeah.
You're the guy.
I don't even like fucking fireworks.
Well,
when the lights are off when you're taking a shit,
you
I
like
like
them.
fireworks.
You like them in Staten Island, evidently.
Yeah.
Especially when people are pooping. I mean,
There's
talk
no
about
better.
getting shit scared out of you, right?
Yep.
Poor Matt was getting. He thought he was back in freaking Iraq or wherever he was.
I feel like I'm in Nam.
Corey,
Wow.
Benny. Hey, got 'em all.
Corey. Listen, let me tell you. So I just want to tell this quick story. We're on a landfill, and I don't even know if you were there that day. So I'm going out of context here with you and us working together. But you brought up Corey, and the best part about Corey being on the landfill, not only that we had to buy him fucking lunch every day, fat bastard.
Oh,
No, I love the guy.
Once again, I will repeat: we are trying to get Corey on the podcast.
I love Corey. I love him.
This is the second time you're scaring the guy away.
So Corey, no, and the reason why I'm bringing this up because you brought the fireworks up. So I did it to him one day. We threw a few fireworks in. So he stopped going to the bathroom in the trailers.
Yes.
He's like, I am not going in the bathroom here.
You used to take a long walk.
He used to
Imagine
walk. He used to walk to the blue building.
Yep.
Right. And I think it was me, Cochran, and Matt Riley, and Nottage was the other GU at the time.
Yes.
And Nottage happened to be in the building where Corey was, and we knew that. So he was doing something else. So we called Nottage and we said, hey, Nottage, listen. And we got him on speaker. And me, Riley, and Cochran could not stop laughing. It was during the snow, so we're hanging out. And next thing you know, I'm like, hey, Nottage, the borough just called. They need to check to see if all the lights work in that blue building. You have to go around and shut all the lights off. And we're going to call out what room you were in, and we're going to go like room by room on our end. Now we're in the trailers, and we're looking out the window, hysterical laughing. Right? So all of a sudden, he's like, all right, well, that sounds dumb, but I guess I got to do it.
And he would
So
do
you
it.
start hearing them click, click. You know, this room's good. Click, click. This room's good. All of a sudden, he gets to the bathroom. Click. Who the fuck is that? Put the light back on, asshole. It's fucking Corey screaming. He was in the bathroom. Dude, we were on the floor. But that's what happened. Like, Corey got afraid and ran away when we would do that.
Poor guy can't even take a poop and.
But that's what it would do.
Peace.
Like, when you had me hanging out, Joe hanging out, you hanging out, you remember what we always not got into trouble, but it was always shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
We were always fucking with people.
Oh,
And guys were like, aren't you leaving today? Go to
was
the
the
store.
best.
Go
It
figure
was-
something out.
Yeah.
They would want me to leave, want Joe to leave.
Yep.
That's the best part of that job, man.
Oh, it was great. We had a lot of fun.
All right, so I want to get into something. You were a FEL guy, right? Front end loader.
That was many things, yes.
All right, so were the winters a burden, or did you enjoy them?
Love them.
And what was you did love them? And
did.
what was your favorite piece of equipment while you were working during a snowstorm? Spreader, FEL, holster, because you seem like that type of guy. You know, a little holster action. You and Joe.
You know what? I really wasn't that big on a holsters.
Okay. I didn't like him because they would just constantly call you to do shit.
Yeah. I will say this. I always took either a spreader or a holster over a plow. I didn't like the plows.
Really?
You get boring.
That's exactly why. I felt like I'd rather be busy, especially at night. I wanted to be, listen, you want to call me, ask me to do
See.
a couple things, I'll do it. It keeps me busy.
I don't know. I was a plow guy. No radio.
Love to plow.
No radio.
Flip it over.
Or hide in a
Listen to
corner
me.
somewhere.
There's nobody calling me. There's nobody worried about me. And if I had to go do something, I didn't affect the flow of the bosses. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I chose that.
Lazy. We call that on the job lazy.
No, we call that freelancing.
I
You're
know a
able to
freelance
freelance.
painter.
Yeah.
Lazy.
Whatever.
But yeah, I would
Whatever,
say we were kind of the same. You know,
No,
we-
you're not the same.
Well,
he's
as
6'8".
as
You're
far as-
5'4".
5'6".
He's fast. You're
We have
slow.
some differences.
It's like the twins, you know.
Oh, yeah,
what's his
Danny
name?
DeVito?
Yeah,
No, that would be
I'm
me
Danny
and him.
DeVito.
Not you. You're skinny, I'm round. You're totally fucking this whole thing up.
It's a tan.
But yeah, so I would be the guy, like I had no problem, the front end loader, you know,
Yeah.
go out there, especially when we had those big snowstorms. Usually, like, depending on who the super we had at the time, whether it would be a bot day or, you know, whoever. Hey, do me a favor, grab a front end loader, go out there, grab a chain, and go out there and help the guys out.
You never had to go help Wayne get out of it because Wayne never got stuck because Wayne was
No,
God.
he was getting
Wayne was
everybody
God.
else out. But yeah, help out the record guys. You know, when we had all those trucks stuck.
Yeah.
Or, you know, go get a a school bus out of
Harm's way.
you know. So yeah, I used to love doing things like that. That didn't bother me. I will say this: they always said, what did they always tell you on the job when you first came on? Right? Don't volunteer for
Don't
anything.
volunteer for a fucking thing.
See, now you're saying no.
No, I volunteered for shit. You know what I was qualified for? Picking up garbage and pushing a broom and picking up a shovel. That's it. No front end loader. No anything. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
Zero.
I could see that. But here's what I look at it like. I volunteered for almost everything.
Because you wanted to be the hero. Just say it.
No, you had control of
just
what
say
you
it.
did then.
Just say it.
You want to know when it
You wanted
works
to be
out?
the hero
You
in a
wanna know when it works
snowstorm.
out?
When does it
Now.
work out?
Now.
So now you want to be
Because-
62 years old, bouncing up and down on a front end loader. Your teeth are chattering. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here?
No, so you get I got qualified on just about anything. The only thing I didn't get qualified on was the street sweeper. I never had that.
Were you qualified on that, Wayne? Because you're God. You probably were.
No, I never did the broom. I was only
But he could
qualified
drive
on a
it.
front end loader.
He could do the broom.
I
if he
drove
had
the
to.
broom.
He could do it.
But I never got easy pack. I never got any of that. Just front end loader.
I did all that stuff. Call it what you want. Some people say, "Oh, you're a blowjob" or whatever.
I didn't say blowjob, but that's if you
No,
want to
no.
call it that.
Let's
You
not
can
talk
call it
about
that.
Kurt now.
I wasn't the
But
one throwing
here's how I will
Mike.
tell like all the new guys that are out there: take the qualifications because it helps you down the road.
No, I agree with that. I
When you
100%,
retire.
So-
I 100% agree with that. In all
One of the
reality,
things I did while I was there is they offered it. I went out to Floyd Bennett Field to be a trainer for like 2 years.
well, it's helping you now.
Right, exactly.
But we can't get into that yet.
No, we'll get into that later.
Okay.
But yes, that helps me. The fact that you're doing the front end loader. I know a lot of guys who we retired with. They're doing front end loader work
Working
right
machines,
now.
yeah, on recycling plants and stuff, yeah.
I got the skid steer tissue at one point. People are
You
like,
got
why do you want
skids,
that?
right? He's got skid marks.
Why do you want to get the skid steer tissue? I don't know. It could help you later on.
Yeah.
You know, you retire.
Work for a
somebody-
landscaper.
Yeah, somebody. Hey, my friend owns a landscaping business.
Yeah,
He needs a front end.
He needs a skid steer guy.
I'm the guy. There you go.
Yeah, the guy.
It's good to have all those qualifications.
No, it definitely could help down the road. So now picking up garbage in New York City, did it give you a different view of the city and the people that lived in it? Because now you saw a whole assortment
Or
of
just going in and drink.
type of people.
Yes. Especially where I was. Tribeca was, a lot of rich people there.
De Niro.
Your mother lived there?
No, did not
Wait. Did she have a building there?
No, she had no building there.
Are you lying?
No, we have nothing. We have nothing in the city.
All right. Oh, just half of Brooklyn, but that's all right.
It's one building.
Yeah, with 87 apartments in it.
Only four.
Still a building.
The brownstone, small brownstone.
Small.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You definitely see a difference. And then, like, we were always out of town, so you would see like the other parts of Manhattan. Like, yeah, you this. I mean, you go, Manhattan, 5 blocks, 10 blocks. It's all different.
So even the day you were working in Brownsville, is that where you got robbed? While working, got robbed.
Yes.
Who were you with? Not Wayne or me, because we would have
It was
protected
with
your ass.
Valenti and Cochran.
I was. No, Cochran wasn't there.
No wonder you got robbed.
Me and Paulie Valenti. Yeah.
One guy didn't even
Wait.
stick up for his friend.
No,
I'm not
let me
being
tell you
mean.
something.
I'm not being mean.
Paulie's my guy. I love Paulie.
I'm not being mean. Are we talking big Paulie or skinny Paulie?
Oh, he was big Paulie at that time.
And you still got robbed?
Well, all right. So we'll get into that. So back in that day,
What the fuck?
the thing was they have a Tuminello rule there now. I don't know if they still have it, but they had there's a Tuminello rule there.
What is it? You said it twice. Let us know.
So all right. So the day we went out there, they used to send you out there with a broom.
Where?
When
Brownsville.
you doing MLP?
BK 16, wasn't it?
Never been there. You know why? I looked at
you
the
have
board.
gold.
Because of his
No.
uncle.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
whatever. Go.
I can't hand signal all those letters.
No, there's a lot of
The
letters.
Continue.
Italian letters
Continue.
I can't do.
So we used to go out to BK 16, and they would send you into Brownsville, and they'd give you a broom, a shovel, and a bucket.
Yeah.
And on wheels, and they'd say, all right, go out and walk up this block and just keep cleaning. All right, no problem. Now it's the middle of the day, so you figure you'll be all right. And I remember this one time, they would say, separate. your partner goes on one side of the street and you go on the
Yeah,
other.
they didn't want you together.
They didn't want us together because they feel like we'd be talking and not working.
Yeah, not like let them have a partner there to help you if you get jumped, but
Well,
let's
right.
separate them. Let them both get their
let's
asses
separate.
kicked.
So we separated. I was on one side of the block. Paulie was on the other. Paulie ended up going way up the block. He was like a block ahead of me, maybe even more. I was on my side of the block. It was Julius. I forget the name of the Livonia
Caesar?
and Julius.
Okay.
Over there. And I remember going up this block and I was like, wow, this block it's dead. It's like, there's nobody here. Like I said, I even remember saying, I could get robbed here and nobody even know. Sure enough, I'm going and I'm sweeping off the curb and I hear a voice from behind me. And the guy goes, hey, you know what time it is? Now, right away, I kind of knew. I was like, uh-oh.
About to
Somebody asked
turn
you
this
that.
stick into
Yeah.
a weapon.
Yeah. When
His
somebody asks
broomstick.
you that in that part of town, you know something's going to happen. So I turn around and I see this guy there. And I said, oh, no, sorry, I don't have a watch on me. And as I'm saying that, I'm kind of walking backwards into the street. Next thing I know, from around the truck that was there on the corner, 2 more guys come around. And now they got me pretty much surrounded. And I'm like, all right, now I'm by myself. I'm looking around. I don't see Paulie. I'm like, oh, well, this is it. This is just me and these 3 guys.
This had a sense.
So,
This is how this ends.
yeah, I thought about it for a couple
Yeah,
seconds.
without a doubt.
So I'm like, now one of them comes up to me and he's like, what do you have on you? I'm like, guy, I don't have anything on me. I says, I'm working. I said, I don't carry any cash or me, nothing. Now, at the time, I don't wear anything now, but at the time I had 2 gold chains and you couldn't see them. They were underneath, except you could see it right here.
Mhm.
So the guy's telling me, give me your money. I said, I got no money on me. I said, I don't carry cash. One of the other guys notices that I have the chains. So he rips the chains off. Now they start walking away. Now I'm pissed because I'm like, what am I going to do here? Now I did
Yeah.
have a shovel on me, but I'm like, guys are like, oh, you should hit him with the shovel.
You can't hit 3 guys with shovels.
I'm like,
I
I'm
mean,
a small guy to begin with. There's 3 of them. What am I going to do? Hit him with a shovel? I don't know what they have on them. So now I'm like, well, what do I do? So they walk away from me. They start walking up the block. Now, my mistake was I pulled out my cell phone as they were only like maybe 20 feet away from me. So as I pull out my cell phone to make a phone call to whoever, 911 or whoever I
Yeah.
planned on calling, they see me, they grab the cell phone, take it, smash it on the floor, just keep walking away. Now I have nothing to do. I'm like, all right. They start walking away. I start following them. Not chasing them, just following them. I say, I want to see where these guys go. They're starting to walk towards Paulie. As I start following them, now they take off. So now I'm like, screw it. I wasn't thinking straight. I was like, I'm going to chase them. Because they're walking right towards Paulie.
Now he turns into a runner.
Yeah, now I chased them. So now we're all running. Now I'm screaming to Paulie from down the block. Just screaming. Paul, they robbed me. They robbed me. Now he hears me from down there. He gets on the phone and he calls 911. If I tell you, it couldn't have been 20 seconds. You hear cop cars from every direction.
Yeah, because in that neighborhood, they're sitting on every
They're
fucking
everywhere.
corner.
They're everywhere. I was looking for them, but I couldn't
Yeah,
find
yeah,
them.
yeah.
But they were there. So I took after them. They took off now. I chased them through one courtyard on Blake Avenue. I chased them through another courtyard. Then they went into the building. I almost went into the building. And then I realized what I was doing. And I was
I
like,
mean,
if I walk in this building, I'm never walking out again.
no, yeah.
I turn around. I start walking back. As soon as I turn around, I got cops around me from every direction. Where'd they go? Right into that building. 372 Blake Avenue. I'll never forget it. They went in, up and down, guns drawn. Came out about 10, 15 minutes later. They couldn't find them. So they said, all right, would you come back to the precinct? Help us out. I was like, yeah, whatever. They take me back to the precinct, sit me in front of a computer, and they pull up a registry of everybody in that building who has a record. And they're like, see if you could pick the guys out. They might live in that building. I sat there for like 3 hours going through these pictures. I was like, guys, I can't. I was like, I don't know what they look like.
Go ahead, Carl. Just say what you want to say. I'm not going to say it.
What? I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. we understand.
So all I said was, I can't find them. And these 2 detectives said, we know. You're going to say they all look the same. I was like, they did. They just, to me, they all looked the same. I couldn't pick them out. There was nothing on them that said I could definitely find who they were.
I hear you.
So 3 hours goes by. They said, all right, you know what? We're going to take you back to your garage. Come with us.
That beats MLP. I'd rather be at the police station.
Well, I'm actually on overtime at this point because it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Was it planned? Maybe.
I made some money out of the deal.
Maybe it was planned.
So anyway, they take me back in an unmarked car. And let me tell you something. That was the scariest time of my life.
Being in the unmarked car?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, you're with 2 undercover detectives in an unmarked car. They
Yeah.
got bulletproof vests on.
You have nothing.
I have nothing. I'm sitting in the back of this car, and I was noticing this, and I even said to them, and they were laughing. They were 2 Puerto Rican detectives, and they go, "Bro, you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb in this neighborhood." I said, "Yeah, I see that." Every corner we pulled up to, everybody knew right away. They were pointing the car out. They know that that's an undercover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Wild Wild West there.
Yeah.
I hate to
So,
say it. It's just
here I
shitty.
am. I'm like, yeah, you guys got bulletproof vests on. What do I have? I'm like ducking in the seat because I'm like, I don't want anybody to see me. And they just kept pointing out the car. I'd be like, undercover, undercover. I was like, it's the scariest time I ever had. I never wanted to go back to BK16 ever. I don't think I ever did after that.
So now the rule now is what, that you have to have somebody with you at all times down there?
Yes, so that was, for a while, that was known as a Tuminello rule.
Yeah.
You had to buddy up.
You
You couldn't go separate sides of the street. You had to stay together.
I wouldn't want to mean to my buddy.
I actually worked at, I got a quick story. So me and Gus actually one day were down there. This was before that. So it was the same thing. Oh, you have to work on different sides. I said, fuck that. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm working.
That's what I should've said.
Me and my guy, we're going to sweep the street, call it a day. And then, you start hearing ba, 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 ba from the rooftop. And I'm like, nah, Gus, what do you want to do here? We found a little alley. We pushed our shovels, brooms, and our pails down there. And then we walked down and started shopping.
Yeah,
And we just go in and out of the stores.
yeah.
I mean, we weren't shopping for much. There's not much there. But I was like, fuck this. I don't want people to know what I'm doing here and why I'm here. And we didn't know, nothing was said.
No.
They didn't care. But
Listen,
that's
did that
part of it.
The time before that, I was with Cochran, and we were doing that. And we walked by a firehouse. And I remember one of the firemen came outside. He goes, "What are you guys doing over here?" Like, they got us sweeping up. Come inside. Put all the stuff inside. They closed the doors, and we sat in there for like 2-3 hours. They fed us.
Yeah.
They were like, "You don't want to be out there." I was like, "No, I really don't want to be out there." They knew.
Did they have donuts for Joe?
No,
Probably
they don't
no.
eat donuts. Those guys don't eat donuts.
Yeah, they do.
Well, at least for Joe.
No, that's the cops that eat the donuts.
And at least for Joe, I got to say, did he wash his hands?
He might have.
I know it's a soft subject and he's probably going to hate me for it, but, I hope he washes his hands. But, yeah, that's shitty. That happens on the job. And I'm sure you're not the first one that's happened to. Like, it's part of it.
Need their trash picked up too.
Yes,
All
they
right.
do.
Yes, sir.
When you retired, you and the family moved down to North Carolina. How did that go?
Wonderful. It went wonderful. Yeah. Lasted about 8-9 months, maybe.
What happened?
So the big plan was for years, we're gonna retire and we're gonna go down south because that's what everybody does, right?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
That's the New York thing.
All right. So we're gonna do that. Spoke to the kids about it. Spoke to the family. The wife. All right, we're all good. Let's do it. Put the house up for sale. Planned on going down there, building a house down there. Had a little bit of an issue selling my house up here.
Which is weird.
Yeah, because the neighborhood it's in.
I know.
It's a beautiful neighborhood.
Yep.
Should sell.
That road.
Didn't sell right away. Ended up having to forego the first house that was being built down there. Told the guy, the property manager down there, give away the house because I can't get down there right now.
Yeah.
All right. He goes, I got plenty of room. I got another phase coming up. Let me know when you're ready. All right. We sell the house. Finally. I said, all right, build me another one. Now we're getting into COVID. So now everything is delayed. Everything is backed up.
Price is doubling.
Prices are doubling. It's crazy. I said, all right, well, listen, I'm doing this move. That's it. A lot of things are working against me, but I didn't realize it at the time. Build another house. All right. So it gets delayed. So now I have to go down there, rent an apartment, wait for my house to be built.
Put the kids in school.
Put the kids in school. So now we're in an apartment down in North Carolina. 9 months, 8 months, whatever it was. And now we're waiting for the house to be built. Now there's guys down there. A bunch of our friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Benny's down there, which was great. Me and Benny became like so close down there. I miss Benny.
Yeah, we all do. Great person.
Me and Benny would
Great guy.
Benny would be with me every day. Where you want to go? You want to go just go shopping? We go out to eat, whatever. He kept me sane. He knew after a couple of months that it wasn't working out too well with us. My kids didn't like it. I wasn't too fond of it. Didn't know if I made the right move. But now I have a second house being built down here. What do I do? And we're waiting. At some point, after like 2 or 3 months, I realized my kids hated it. My oldest son, Nick, never told me this before, but he said, Dad, don't worry about it. I'm just going to go back up when I'm 18 and I'm going to go join the fire department. First time I ever heard him say that.
Yeah.
He would have told me that beforehand. I would have never moved. I would have been like,
If
no.
that's what he wanted to do, yeah.
Yeah, I said, we're staying here. You're going to be FDNY, and that's that.
How did your wife feel about it?
She was okay either way.
Yeah.
She used to tell me all the time, like,
Easy going.
Yeah, I would be up literally all night long. I couldn't sleep. There was a knot in my stomach.
Yeah.
Finally, she told me one day, she goes, listen, whatever you want to do, we will do. She went to work. She came home one day, and I was just like, that's it. We're going back. She's like, you want to do that? I was like, yeah, we're going back. I had to call the guy and tell him, I'm sorry. Give away that house also because I ain't staying. Now, the only good thing was the property manager down there, he was a retired Suffolk County cop. So me and him were talking for a while. He knew. He was like, I could see you ain't going to stay.
Yeah, it wasn't working out.
He's like, make the move now before it's too late.
So that's what pretty much made you. So I'm not saying you're the reason, but you kind of knew with like the kids weren't getting it.
Yeah,
Erin was running with it. She's fine. But she had her parents there too.
Yes.
Her parents moved there before you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, so she kind of had that, and you just felt unsettled. So that's kind of why you just moved back.
Yeah, I was unsettled because my kids were unsettled.
Yeah.
You know that thing they always say, if you're going to move your kids down, do it early. I didn't do it early. My kids were 12, 13 at the time.
Getting ready to go into high school.
Yeah. You got to do it if you're going to do it, you got to do it when your kids are 6, 7, like that.
Like
You know?
that.
You hear that, Wendy?
Yeah.
Yes, I heard it.
We should go now.
You
Our
got
kid is
to
12.
do it
He's
before
too
they
late.
get once they get into like those double digit ages, it's hard to move them. It's really hard to move them because they get too comfortable where they're at.
Okay. What are you doing now? What is your plan right now for you?
Well, the plan is I came back and I said, you know what? We're not, like Matt said the other day, we're not really qualified in too many things. So you have to find something. I said, you know what? I'm going to drive a school bus. And I went to Pioneer, which is pretty much the biggest one on Staten Island.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go get my school. I didn't know you needed to get another
endorsements.
license. Yeah. I thought you just walk in there, take the test. Since we have a CDL,
Oh, you got to get the pass.
no, you got to do the whole thing again.
So wait, what do you mean again? Like you just don't go get an endorsement for passenger?
That's what I thought it was. I thought I was just going to have to sit down, write the test up, school bus endorsement, passenger endorsement, and I'm good to go.
Drive kids, check. You do that anyway.
Yeah.
In your car.
Yep.
But no,
No,
you have to take.
the road test again.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes, they don't allow.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I thought you just had to take the
The
passenger
endorsement.
endorsement.
Nope. That's what I thought.
I thought you had to show up to the DMV with like 6 people and sit like a bus, and you had to just tell them to sit down and be quiet.
Beep the horn. You
Beep,
move to go.
beep.
Yeah, no,
You're up next, kid, and they walk
Don't
off the
make me
bus.
come back there.
no, that's not what it is. No, you have.
Yeah,
to
see, I
go and
never
take
knew
the test
that.
again.
I didn't
Okay.
know that either.
And now that's set up through Pioneer, or that's a whole DMV thing?
Well, Pioneer does their own training, which I do now. They have their own training program. It just makes it a little easier because if you start with them, they kind of figure you're going to stay with them, and it makes it a little easier on you. It's not. They don't make it that easy to go and get that test done. Some of these companies are small, so they just tell you, oh, go to CDL Auto School or wherever it is.
Yeah.
Pay X amount of money, and then
So you do that training on site, and then they have the DMV come in and do the test, or then you have to still go
we
like
go
to a site with the
Right.
DMV.
Yes. So we do the training for them. And then when we feel like you're good enough and if you passed everything, okay, now we're going to make your DMV appointment. And they actually do it inside the landfill.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Remember where the blue building was, the wash building?
Yep.
Yeah.
right there is where they do the CDL.
And they supply the bus, Pioneer? For
We
the road
supply
test?
the bus, yes. You go to the DMV instructors that are there.
That's a valid question. No, because if you
Hey, George, you got a bus I could use? Yeah, Kurt, bring it on down.
No, you rent.
I'll meet you on
you rent a
Broadway.
bus.
Yes, well,
No, you would have to rent a
he's-
bus.
That blue
he's
bus.
Right. He's right in a way.
I'm 100% right.
Yes.
If I was just going to get it and I didn't have a job yet,
at you.
I'm renting a bus.
You have to go to like CDL Auto School
And
rent
the
What the
wheels
frick,
on
man?
the bus go
I asked a simple
round
question.
and
Yeah,
round.
yeah.
Everybody's attacking me. It's always like this here, Carl. Where's Kurt? There he is. Boom. Easy target. Look at the size of him. Boom.
Hey, look, Wendy, here's my bus.
Yes.
Gotta go.
Right away.
Why?
I don't know. I do nothing but love them.
But then again,
She's dying.
but now we get into another situation with when I say it, like they're doing the bus training, like the road test on a landfill with no humans around. We're doing it again.
No.
Like you're not teaching. Like when we took the road test, we took it in fucking Alphabet City in the fucking Bronx.
Yes.
You find out if a motherfucker could drive right then and there.
So this is more
No,
like
well,
wheels on
well-
the bus go round and round. As long as you can sing that song and drive through the dump, you're good.
No.
Beep beep.
It's
Who got the keys to my bus?
Part of the test is done that way.
Okay.
So you do the inspection part of the test,
Okay.
and we call it the skills part of the test, which is basically back up the bus, do your parallel park, that type of stuff. You
Where
do
there's
that.
nothing around you.
Yeah, you do that
Okay.
in the landfill in between sets of cones.
So it makes it
stuff like
very
that.
difficult. Okay.
Yeah.
And
They were
then-
cones.
And where do you drive?
And then once you pass those two parts, then when you go out on the road, they take you out on the West Shore Expressway,
Okay.
South Avenue. So
Oh,
yeah,
they're bringing it to the hood.
yes, they bring you right to 14 Section Mariners Harbor.
Yeah, that's what's
South
not
Avenue.
bad. Go
Yeah.
right through that. Beep, beep, beep.
You drive around all there, and then you come back.
All right, well,
Nice.
and that's the way it should be. You should be driving and learning
Yes.
with people around, with cars driving around, like not on. I'd say it in Jersey now. You get your road test. It's in a parking lot with cones
Yeah.
to get a
whole
regular
test?
car. Yeah, and then you drive out and there's cars flying around you, blowing their horns and everything else. But it is
Now,
what it is.
you do get some on the job right there training.
To see if you could
Yeah.
get it done. So now you're doing that, and what's the tougher job you think, sanitation or being a bus driver with kids?
It can be tough. I mean, you're dealing with some kids. You're dealing with. It's not easy. It's not. I mean, it sounds like it's just hey, go pick up a kid, drop him off at school, and that's that.
Well, if you had a bunch of Waynes, it probably wouldn't be a good day
No, it wouldn't be.
because you wouldn't shut the fuck up.
But then if I had a bunch of you too, I don't know.
Hey, bus driver, you look like a dick. Hey, bus driver, you're skinny as a tree. Hey, bus driver, fuck you. That's what it feels like here. Shot fired.
So the kids are pains in the asses.
They can be.
Can you
Are
hit
the
them?
parents worse or the kids worse?
I tell you what, most of the parents are
Once
okay.
again.
You do have your parents that you look at the kid and you be like, yeah, I could see. 'Cause
Makes
you come
sense.
from the parent,
Yeah.
yeah, I could see. But
All
yeah,
right.
I mean, for the most part, they're all right. I'm there like what, 3 years now, almost 3 years.
Mhm.
So it's gotten better. You definitely get the better routes. It's like sanitation. It's your seniority will get you better routes and better things.
Do you miss sanitation? Do you
The
miss it
job?
at all? Yeah.
No, I don't miss the job.
You miss the guy.
I miss the guys. And I know everybody hears that saying, but it's 100% true.
Okay.
I mean, actually, I will say this.
I kind of miss the job a little bit.
I do.
I mean, besides the guys, I miss being out in the street.
I
Yeah.
miss I just said this to my wife the other day. I miss the snow stuff. I liked doing the snow stuff. You
Snow
could
stuff's
keep the
fun.
garbage and all that, but the snow, that was fun.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there was a lot of good aspects to the job that people don't get. Like the snow was, I thought it was good too. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind driving around for 12 hours. I didn't mind turning around, to see, all right, I got that street blacktop. I did my job. Now let's go to the next one in those tough storms.
Yeah, it's
Some guys hid. Some guys just didn't want to do it. And I get it. They're like, where are you? What do you mean? I'm fucking driving around. Oh, behind the salt dome. Come hang out. Why? Time just goes by slower. The more I drive around, the faster the day goes. Like, why? I'm not a hider. Like, I'm ready to roll, and that's the way it goes. But some guys didn't get that. So what's the one thing that the public doesn't understand about the day in the life of a garbage man?
I would say, judging by like when you see things on Facebook and whatever, people just think like they don't realize how tough the job is, what we deal with. They don't realize, we're coming down the street and they look at it like you're in my way.
Yeah.
These guys, they're lazy. They're this, they're that. No, we're doing a tough job.
Yeah.
Where do you want me to go? I'm coming down a block. If I can't move over, I can't move over. What am I supposed to move for every single person? I know you have some place to go. We all have some place to go.
Yeah.
Especially in New York.
Yeah.
Everybody's flying around late for something.
I mean, all I would ever say is, listen, just give us the respect we need. I'm not saying, people throwing bottles at
There's
you
a lot
while you're
of-
standing
there's
there
a lot
trying to load garbage.
Or
There's a lot of
potatoes.
jealousy.
Well,
There's a lot of
potatoes,
jealousy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jealousy. They're done in 3 hours. You don't really know what I did. If I did get done in 3 hours, you don't know what I put myself through to get done in 3 hours. Like people automatically assume that we don't do nothing. The job is so easy. Don't do it a day. Do it a year, every day. In the rain, ice rain, heat, snow, all of that. People don't get it. Some people don't get it. And they just want to be miserable. So
That was the worst.
let them say whatever they want. They're free to. That's their freedom.
And that's it real quick, because I would always say to like teacher friends, they would say, "Oh, you got the easiest job." Hey, listen, I'll go teach you a class every fucking day. I love kids, and I'll tell a kid he's a fucking asshole to his face. But at the same time,
Want to be a bus driver?
I don't know, well,
no, but that's my point. Now you're doing the other end of it. So it's like, would you go back on the truck today? Or like, because you're dealing with people every day. Yes, you're dealing with homeowners every day, but you're really not.
No.
I mean, me personally, I was off the street before anybody got up, so I was good. But you're dealing with people who are cursing if you're not putting their pail back. You block my driveway with my pail.
Mm-hmm.
You're in my way. But now you're dealing with kids and parents. You left too early.
Yes.
My kid missed the bus yesterday because So it's a different aspect now you're looking at.
Yeah, and that happens a lot. That's, you get the phone calls. Why did the bus pass my kid? The bus didn't pass your kid. You weren't at the bus stop.
Yeah.
They'll never admit to that.
No.
They'll say, "Oh no, I was there waiting. The bus just drove by me." No, you were 5 minutes late and the bus already left. But,
You only do that if it's raining and there's a puddle.
yes.
And then they have proof.
On Staten Island, that's what they do. They'll call up and say, "Hey,
And now it's them against you.
right." And who's going to win all the time?
Damn.
Yep.
The bus companies will be like, "Go back and get that kid. Go do this, go do that." And you have to do it.
Have you ever kicked a kid off a bus?
Well, we have to write them up. If something happens, they give you a form and you have to write them up, and then the city gets that paperwork, and if they see, they'll suspend the kid first if there's a problem, and then if there's continued problems, they'll take him off the bus.
At least they do something.
We don't have.
Do they put him in the back of the bus?
All right.
we
Next
do that.
question. We like to give advice to new workers coming on the job. We like to do that every episode. What would you give? What kind of advice would you give somebody that just got hired on this job and you were talking to them at a party?
So I just did this last week
Okay, tell me about it.
because one of the guys that I'm a trainer with at Pioneer, he's a retired cop. His son just got hired on, and he's in Bronx 1. I think he starts tomorrow. Or
Yeah,
he just starts,
tomorrow.
Is it
Yeah, they
tomorrow?
just
Yep,
graduated.
it's
Yep,
tomorrow.
So
last week.
tomorrow he starts in Bronx 1.
Good luck to all those people,
luck
by
to
the
all the
way.
new guys
You
starting
guys will
tomorrow.
be fine. Just do the job.
And I told my friend, his father, I said, "Listen, tell him I get it. Bronx 1 is going to be tough, but you have to put your time in." I said, "What you should do is slowly move yourself over to like Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Put it in for get out of the Bronx, but put it in for like Lower Manhattan." I gave him 2, 6, 1, all those garages. I said, go to 4. Go to something down there. I said, and then from that point, go to like South Brooklyn. And he told his son that. But they all have this new thing now where they were all trying to get out to Staten Island quick. They want to be in Staten Island like day one. I said, listen, you could do it, but it's going to be tough. But he said his son is thinking about just trying to put it in.
Power through.
Yeah, just get to Staten Island quick.
Yeah.
But he did say, you know, he might, which I told him, I said, try to come to Brooklyn first before you make the complete move over. Don't come to Staten Island right away.
Go to PK
You're better off
7,
learning the
6.
job. You're better off, you know, especially if you want to move up.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to move up, the best place to be is Manhattan.
Yeah, especially because, like, to everybody out there, what you don't understand
You
is,
learn on the job.
like, everybody, yes, you'll go to Staten Island. Great, I could wake up late and just stumble to work. Like, that's their plus of it. But when you get into a garage and you start to meet people, you kind of get comfortable. Like, when I got called to 6, like, got the call to 6 that I got my transfer, I was pissed. I was fucking pissed off. I was like, fuck, I totally forgot to pull that out. Because I put it in 7-8 months earlier. And you just forget about it.
And you start to get real comfortable.
And you get comfortable. You get the guys. Like, now you're becoming friends. You're going out with these guys. You really have a good time. And now it just got all taken away.
That's what happened to me too. Same exact thing. I forgot I had it and I was out sick.
And you start to, I was on vacation at the time, and you start to realize, you're like, what am I doing? Because now you come to Staten Island, there's 200 guys and girls, whatever it is, in a garage. You're just another, person. Like,
You got to remember something. Me and you were both fairly young. You were really young. Only time I ever went to Manhattan was to go out. I got to work in Manhattan, get done with my route, and walk around Manhattan.
Yeah.
And be in areas I've never been in. So that, to me, that's what disappointed me when I got my transfer. It was cool. I got to go where my brother was, but I was like, fuck, this is all gone now. And it was pretty cool life I was living in Manhattan too.
Oh yeah, because you could work. I never liked the night shift. Hated it. It wasn't for me. But at least in Manhattan, when you work the night shift, up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, it was
Bumping.
like it was like
fucking
8
party.
o'clock at night.
Yeah.
we used to give girls rides to fucking bars. My buddy, whoever I was
Ixnay on the
working
girls'
with,
day.
we were doing the baskets on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Avenue. The girls would be like, "Oh, can we take a ride?" Like, joking. We're like, "Yeah." And at that time, we used to have the benches across.
Yeah.
So we would fit them in, or if we were in a 2-seater, my buddy would jump on the back. He would hang on the back of the truck. We would close them in, 2 girls on top of each other, and we'd freaking just drive them to another bar. That's the way it was.
It's a big difference when
It was
you're
fun.
out there working and it's like 2 o'clock in the
Definitely was.
morning and it looks like it's 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Keeps you busy.
Yeah,
You
it
come out
was-
to Staten Island and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. What do you see?
Yeah, nothing.
You're bored out of your mind, cursing up a storm. I want to be home just like all these other people are. What am I doing out here?
You don't see much 2 o'clock in the morning on Forest Avenue. Maybe a drunk guy
Yeah.
trying to hop a meter and break his shoulder, stuff like that. You see,
What? Well, you're coming at me. But before we get out of here with this, but I want to talk about one story with us because I still think it's comical. So, talking about the snow, Carl was on the skid steer. I was on the front end loader.
Yes.
And we're in the tight streets of Staten Island. And it was a big to-do show. Like, the congressman was out. Every boss was out. We spoke about this story last week.
Yes,
2 weeks
yes.
ago with Matt.
yes,
And the funnier part about it was how Carl came into the situation. Like, Carl was just stuck in the corner. His skid steer was spinning in circles.
nobody puts.
And I'm
baby in
trying
the
to
corner.
get to Carl as I told the story. And it was just funny because we thought the day was over. I yelled at this councilman. He's a jerk off. And it is what it is. He blew the people in that area because that's who voted for him. He had to keep that area clean or else he was going to lose votes.
Yes.
So now, Carl will tell the rest of the story where it went to, once again, people, if you post shit on social media, it will come around full fucking circle.
Yes,
Yep.
yes,
And
yes.
Carl
I
can now
heard-
tell the
I
end
heard
of the
this
day
story.
story.
So there was a picture of the front end loader and this guy in a blue jacket behind him. And this was the guy that
Yeah,
was giving us all the problems. I just posted the picture because I thought it was a cool picture, actually. You know, it was Wayne working. I mean, the streets were this high, it was snow. So I posted the picture. And he had wrote something about, oh, there's that jerk off councilman.
That was in my way all day.
yeah.
So next thing I know, it's like 2 days later. And I come in the morning and I get a phone call from Stevie Montanino,
The boss of Staten Island.
the head boss of Staten Island. Now at that time I was the shop steward, so I got a lot of phone calls from him and
Yeah.
something's going on, whatever. Calls me up, he's like, hey, what'd you do on Facebook? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he tells me he's got a picture that was sent to him from the councilman of my post with Wayne's comment on it. And the councilman is not very happy about it.
The dick. A dick is a dick.
And I'm like, how the hell did this guy get this post? Like, who is he? Like, he's not my friend. He's not your friend.
Nope.
Like, how did he get this? It was racking my brain.
Yeah.
You know, Stevie was like, you can't do this. I'm like, I understand, Stevie. I was like, but I don't even know how he got it. And then it was like a day later that I found out my wife works with that guy's sister-in-law.
She follows you.
She's on my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
She saw it. Mm-hmm. The reason why she screenshotted it was because she always says to her brother-in-law, you act like an asshole.
The councilman.
The councilman.
Yeah.
She's like, stop being an asshole. You want to be somewhere on Staten Island, you got to do this, got to do that. Don't do this, don't do that. And so she found it funny that someone else agreed with her.
Yeah.
So she was like, click.
Fucking
And
That
she
was
sent
me.
it to
spiraled
him.
out of control.
She sent it to him. She clicked it. She sent it to him. And she said, you see? Other people out there think the same thing I'm just saying to you. Yeah. And
He didn't take it that way.
he didn't take it that way. He sent it right to Montanino. And yeah, you got to be careful what you write out there.
No. You should be free to write whatever you want to write, and the DSNY shouldn't be allowed to stalk your Facebook page. But that's for another day, another episode.
No, listen, but all in seriousness, the guy was being a dick.
Period.
He was just in the way, shaking hands, and I just didn't like it. I was being totally honest. But also, that went nowhere.
No.
You spoke to Steve. Steve didn't even tell me. It never even got back to me that, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You shouldn't have posted that. Of all people,
job was
Camerano.
done.
Yeah, Camerano said to me, dude, you fucking got to watch what you're saying. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it comes down to, I don't give a fuck. I don't even know this guy. I'll write whatever the fuck I want. But the guy was being a douche. But I just laughed because me and Carl got pulled into that. And it was like, come on, we're just trying to help people in that area.
Wayne's
Get out
honest.
of their houses.
He can't, he has to be honest.
Yeah,
What
that's
could you say?
honest
He did the
Wayne.
job.
That's his beautiful
He
part. of
cleared
it, he's
out-
honest.
What, 2-3 blocks around there
Yeah,
that we did that day?
yeah.
It was insane.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, those people were thanking me.
Yeah.
Not the councilman.
You know, but
No, not him.
But no, we want to thank you, Carl. We're going to get into another part of this, and I'll let Kurt do the next part. But, we thank you for coming out.
Go
We
fuck
appreciate you coming out. And
Thank you for having me.
And go fuck yourself.
Go ahead. All right, so this is something new we've been doing.
Oh, here we go.
You know what blind ranking is, right?
Yeah.
We're going to give you 10 items. You put it 1 through 10, 10 being the worst possible thing, 1 being the best possible thing. Could be any random order. Could be anything.
Wait, you went up to 10. Wasn't it 5?
Yeah, well, you're special.
Oh,
You ready?
all right. I can't even count to 10.
Parent yelling the bus is late.
So 1 is the best.
One
10
is
the
the,
worst?
one is the least shitty. The 10 is the worst.
Okay. Parent yelling the bus is late. I would say that's like a 5.
All right.
Middle of the road.
Snow days on sanitation / the buses being canceled. Like, because you do both.
Well, yeah. Nowadays they cancel the bus. It's not like the old days where you went to school. Now the minute it snows, they cancel it.
Shut
Virtual.
it down.
What we got?
So I actually haven't done one of those yet on a bus. I haven't seen that yet.
All right, so snow days,
Snow
sanitation.
days and sanitation. I like that. I would say I love my snow days. So that's up there. That's like a 2.
All right. Getting all the holidays off while working for the city.
I get that with the bus too.
All right, well, what do you put in that,
I'll
player?
say that's I give that a 4.
All right. Kids screaming on the school bus.
Oh. That's definitely down. Yeah, I don't like that too much. I do yell at them for that. Say 8.
Pension from the city.
That's got to be a 1.
Yeah, I thought snow was going to be a 1, but yes.
That's got to be a 1.
Hot summer trash smell.
Oh, that's.
That tangy.
Sweet soury smell.
I mean, that's almost want to be a 10, but I don't know. There might be something worse. All right,
This is what it's about.
I'll give it a 9.
All right. Finding valuables in the trash.
Never really found anything worth anything that great that I would know of.
You got to put it somewhere.
All right.
You got 3 open, 6, 7, and 10.
We'll do 6.
Driving a bus in New York City traffic like a school trip. Yeah, I remember you complained to me about it once.
That's bad. 7. We got 7.
You have 7 left over. 7, 10.
7.
7?
Yeah, that's a 7.
Kids being so honest to you on the bus.
Kids are very honest.
Okay.
Very honest. What do I got?
You have 10 and 3 left.
I mean, I'll get that at 3, but now whatever's left.
Yeah. Well, your number 10 is grown men and women crying they have to work nights on sanitation.
There you go. I can give that a 10.
He didn't like nights. He doesn't like nights.
I didn't like nights, so yeah, that would be my 10.
Well, that's honestly that could be a 10 because of us doing the whole setup for the board. It was always like we were against people, like we were putting them nights, like we made the decision. They don't realize that the city tells us where to put the guys and girls. Like it has nothing to do with us.
That's all part of the thankless part of being a shop steward.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, so we got some rapid fire questions. First thing that pops in your head, we're just going to ask a quick question.
I just want to say something real quick. Rapid means not an explanation. Rapid. Matt went on like left field, right field.
Look what we're talking about. I love the guy, but his brain is thinking different.
Because I had to edit it into 2 things. I have to post them yet, but it's 2 separate things.
Don't say anything yet. I haven't gone yet.
Just go quick.
All right, worst smell you ever smelled on the truck?
Fish market.
You ever find money in the trash?
A couple of bucks.
Couple of
Nothing
dollars.
special.
Which smells worse? Garbage truck in July or school bus in June?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Those school buses sometimes, depending on these kids, I might go school bus.
All right. Who complains more? People on the route while picking up garbage or parents of school kids?
Parents of school kids, because I can't get away from them because they're at the bus stop.
Favorite block to work sanitation on? Not the one you got jumped on.
I was going to just say Julius and Livonia. Come on, who can't say that?
Least favorite route or area you worked at?
Same.
Same.
Mets or Yankees?
I'm not a baseball fan anymore, but Yankees.
Favorite food after the route?
Donuts. Come on.
Donuts and cake. I love it. Ever seen a rat bigger than a cat?
I worked on Canal Street doing baskets. Absolutely.
Funniest excuse a kid gave for being late on the bus?
They don't give excuses. They don't care.
All right. Ever get cursed out by a parent?
Yes.
Nice. Wow. Good job, New York. Coffee before your shift, hot or iced?
Always hot.
Best part of being a sanitation worker?
The frat part of it. The hanging out. Yeah.
Best perk of being a bus driver?
The weekends, holidays, summers off, that type of stuff.
Okay. North Carolina or New York City?
Well, I'm going to definitely have to say New York City, apparently.
Well, you did come back.
9 months wasn't enough to really figure it out.
Yeah, listen. So I've heard that and not just North Carolina. Well, I knew a guy who moved to Delaware, and he was a retired cop, and legit, he said he would stay up at night, and it was so quiet.
Yeah.
And his house, he showed me pictures. He's like, dude, it's beautiful. It's great.
Yeah.
But it's not for everyone.
No.
People need the hustle and bustle. They need the noise. They need like constant, and when you don't have that, it's a big difference for people.
People don't realize it, but the hustle and bustle, the noise, the food,
the people.
You could have looked at me when you said food, not him. You don't eat McDonald's. Food, you look this way.
Salad.
Listen,
salad, you look that way.
Don't let this guy fool you. He used to eat with us.
You don't eat McDonald's no more.
No, well, no more.
No, remember we used to go to, what was the joint in Jersey? Harold's. Holy shit. Fucking Harold's. I remember we got the egg Claire once. It's 18 inches. It feels like a brick.
Yeah.
If you've never been to Harold's, try it. Harold's in Jersey. Look it up. If you love big portions of food, this is the place. Because, brother, when you take a pancake home and it's in a pizza box, you went to the right place.
Yep.
You made the
pounds
right
of
decision.
pastrami.
Oh, you can't beat that place, man. I'm sorry.
All right, well, we're going to thank Carl for coming out. We appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
Good luck in the whole bus world now. Hope your health is better. Hope everything's better now in New York City now that you moved back.
Absolutely.
And we'll definitely get you back on here one day, and maybe with some of these, some of these other clowns, we're trying to get a whole crew together, figure out how we're gonna work it, and we truly appreciate
You
it.
need a big couch in here.
Yeah, that's
like a
that's
round
the next
circle
one.
thing?
Yeah. See, he's got a good idea. Maybe actually look into that. But also, there's good news.
Breaking news.
The breaking news: the Mexican naval ship has left the New York harbor finally.
Wow, that was like 2 months ago.
It was a while ago. No, it was longer than that. It was before the summer.
Naval ship or the party boat?
It was a fucking naval ship. But it was
They
funny.
want to call it. It didn't look like one.
We saw it on the news last night. I'm like, I got to talk about it because we did a whole thing, and these two, between Jazzy and fucking Kurt, they thought it was a party boat. I'm like, guys, there
Didn't look like a naval ship. I hate to tell you.
was guys up there with knives in their mounts, ready to take on pirates and shit.
We thought
but
they
there
were
was
doing the
lights and
wives.
Yeah.
music and everything else going on with this.
Yeah, it had the lights.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they were doing now with it, but it's back out. They're heading out back on their voyage, and it's a
them.
beautiful thing.
I just want to say one other thing before we say goodbye. Congratulations to Chief Sarai on his retirement. Love you, little cuz.
Jerry retired.
Good old Jerry. Also, want to give a shout out to a buddy of mine, Dennis O'Connell. Big fan now, and we thank everybody for listening, watching. We need the support. We need you to start, commenting a little more, liking the videos, sharing them, and we'll get more stuff out to you, and hopefully have more success this next coming year.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate everything.
Yeah, like I always say, be nice, people. You never know what somebody's going through.
Right.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace.
Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. Get a load of this.